What's up, everybody? It's Cayman back with a new video. This is lower body number 2, week 3 of the Pure Bodybuilding program. If you recall, I restarted the program. The guys came into town, deadlifted, benched, really taxed my CNS. That was not helpful at all for me. Then the following week, I got sick and ended up losing 6 pounds. I believe that's how it went. And so I just decided to restart. So here we are redoing this. I did throw in new movements. Some of these movements I had already been doing, but there are others that I kind of switched up. For instance, we're not on here. I'm sticking with SSB squats, but on lower body number 1, I decided to switch the Smith machine squats to front squats. Anyways, here is long length partials. I really enjoy them on the hamstring curls. I can feel it. Can't 100% say that I've noticed anything different just with the long length partials themselves, but I am enjoying the long length partials. I am enjoying this program as a whole. And I say that because I honestly have noticed increases all around. I've noticed more definition. I've noticed some size. And of course, PRs are going up too. If you watch the last video, you'll see that I mentioned my low incline Smith machine bench press is going up. And it really doesn't count as a bench press. I am certain that it is going to help my actual competition bench press. The same could be said here with the SSB squats. Now, I'm recording this, the audio, a day later, so I can tell you that my lower body is taxed. It's actually more taxed than the previous 2 weeks on this day. But I am noticing that the increase is stupendous when it comes to this. 225 for a set of 8 and then 230 for 2 sets of 8 on SSB squats today. Yes, the wedge is insane. My wedges that I squat in for competition aren't even at this angle. And of course, you don't compete with an SSB bar, but I do know that the position that I'm put in with both of these things is going to be super helpful when it actually comes to the carryover of my low bar. And I don't know, I believe I mentioned it, but I'm planning on finishing the Pure Bodybuilding. It's a 10-week program. I'm taking a little bit longer because I really do want to hit the extra day, so sometimes it carries over into the following week. But once I finish this Pure Bodybuilding program, I'm going to do like 5 weeks of powerlifting just to see where I'm at, to give my body a break, and then to run another part of the Pure Bodybuilding. I was smart and bought the pre-order, and that got me the push-pull. It got me the upper lower and then the full body split, so I can run 3 different ones. So super helpful when it comes to the differences, and they are different, so I'm thankful for that. Going back here, you can see that this is a solid PR, but also solid RPE. It's calling for an 8 or a 9, 8 to 9, and I think that I hit it definitely on each set for the 225 and the 230. And we're going up in weight a lot. I'm actually at the end, not of this set, but of my 3rd set. You guys will be able to see the tonnage that has increased from week 1 to week 3. And what's really cool about it is you'll see that I've added almost 1,000 pounds to the tonnage of just SSB squats. And I know I've mentioned it before in other videos, but don't discount the idea of tracking your tonnage. No, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I want to see a PR. So instead of doing, 225 for 3 sets of 5 on bench press, I'm just going to do 10 sets of 10 at 135 because that's going to give me more tonnage, which means I'm obviously making progress. No, you want to keep the same set scheme and rep scheme, at least as close as possible. in order to track your tonnage properly. And that's what I'm doing here. It's 3 sets of 8 every week so I can track the tonnage. And so I've made 1,000 pounds of progress within 3 weeks. And the same could be done with anything. Previous video, you'll see that I tracked the tonnage of that Smith machine. That's how I said that I'm making progress. So don't discount tonnage. Don't discount just tracking your numbers and not even worrying about tonnage. You can also track your RPE. Is the RPE easier this week than it was last week? Maybe your squats were the same, 225 for 3 sets of 8. And last week it felt like an RPE 9, but this week it's an RPE 8. That's a PR. So don't discount that. I do want to talk about these cable RDLs. I'm sure a lot of people, would say, oh, look, your back is rounding. It's not really rounding. Those are my spinal erectors, and I'm going to talk about that proudly because that means that I'm putting in the work. But the other thing is that it might look a little extensive, and I'm sure that it is. I could use a barbell for these, and next week the goal is to use a barbell. But I'd been doing cable RDLs, and I'd actually been doing them single leg because my lower back was not feeling the greatest. Now I've been working on that and trying my best to overcome that, and that's why I went to the double leg, regular, whatever you want to call it, cable RDL. And my glutes and hamstrings are definitely feeling it this week, or today. Then we're going to the Copenhagen planks. I believe you call them planks, even though I'm only planking for maybe a second. I've been doing the cable adductors. Most people would call those good girls. But I noticed that it puts up a little bit of pressure on my knee. So I'm doing Copenhagen's on the second day. And those felt great, but they also hurt. I'm looking forward to the carryover on my sumo deadlift when it comes to the Copenhagen's. This is the first week that I've added any kind of weight to the sissy squats. Now, I'm not 100% sure that I'm doing them correctly. I'll let you know that my quads are crying right now, and also while I'm doing these, so they feel like they're being done correctly, or at least I feel like they are. But if they're not, let me know in the comments and send me a link to proper execution of a sissy squat, because, well, I want to do them correctly, and I want to grow my quads. Once again, they are growing, but I would like them wider when looking at the front. Now, finally, to end this beautiful training session, it's calves. And while this might not look like a lot to you guys, I actually thought about just giving up on training them with intent. But I have been training calves, and I've been trying to train them as hard as possible. And while it may not look like much, you can actually see progress made in my calves. So I'm going to continue training them. And once again, I'm going to continue to be proud of them, as anybody should be when you're making progress. So I'm making PRs, and I'm getting definition on body parts, body muscle groups that I never really thought that I would. So maybe use this as a bit of motivation to keep pressing forward, keep doing you, and keep making that progress. Whether other people see it or not, that's not important. It's all about what you're seeing when it comes to making gains. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and want to help out, like this video, share this video, comment, follow me on social medias, and use my Glaxon code when you go to check out. Thanks.